This is Petco Park, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the San Diego Padres.
And now,
all right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
San Diego Padres.
So almost ready to get underway. And on the hill in this one, Dylan Cease. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Next pitch is outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
And this is inside. On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Now here is Kyle Manzardo. On the ground right side. He takes it on his own. 2 away here in the top of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. Jose Ramirez digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Up the middle, Bogarts fields it cleanly. Whips it to first, and Ramirez is set down. Guardians go down in order. The Guardians go down. And we're back. Our starting pitcher in this one, Tanner Bybee.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel. That can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. Swing and a ground ball. And foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swings and misses. 0-1.
Tatis is so athletic, he probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Man at first, 1 away. That one fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. Here's Manny Machado. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Rocchio makes the grab. 2 down. Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
The second baseman.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
And it's 1-1. Arise. The lead runner at second. Merrill on at first with 2 down. And a count 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Naylor gathers, throws to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Padres leave a pair. Scoreless after 1. Cease back to work. Carlos Santana, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-2 now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and Thomas is out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Angel Martinez stands in now and watches strike 1.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Hayward snags it. Runner tagging from third. The throw's offline. He's safe. And it's 1-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And the sweeper misses for a ball.
Three balls, no strike.
2 out, space is empty. That's in there. And the count is 3-1. Check swing, called strike.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Bottom of the inning, and here is Xander Bogaerts.
The shortstop, Xander
Bogaerts, a former All-Star, batting 6th in today's lineup, and he was born in Aruba. Close, but called a ball, and that's ball 1.
No strikes.
Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And that one hammered And that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
Here's Jason Hayward. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting
strikes.
coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
On the ground. And it goes just foul.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Stays alive. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Man at second. Hit in the air out to center field. Thomas in and to his right. Hauls it in, and there's two away. Here's Elias
Batting
Diaz.
up, the catcher, Elias Diaz.
Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck
0-1.
circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Swing and a miss.
0-2
And it's
is the count.
0-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. And it's in time for the third out. New inning getting started. And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's Brian Rocchio. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
And there's a foul ball. Naylor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stepping up for the Guardians. In the dirt, blocked. Late swing, foul to the left. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. In the dirt. And a pitch. That one fouled off, 2-2. And that one is inside. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. Out. And that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. In the air to left down the line. Hayward makes the catch, and that is that. For the Guardians, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter now, Luis Arias. In the air, center field, Thomas. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Struck out swinging his first time.
Junior.
He was late there, strike one.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And that's down and away. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command in both locations.
That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up. Santana should have this one. Hauls it in for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
On the line, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Manny Machado went to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Manny Machado.
There's the strike.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Caught him looking for the K. So no runs. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Little chopper rolls foul. The 0-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
That was pretty nasty. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. First pitch swinging.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
2 quick outs here at the top of the 4th.
The center fielder.
Here comes Lane Thomas. There's the strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's towards center. Merrill under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Bottom 4, so digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
For the Padres, the second baseman.
Cronenworth, a 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. Foul ball there.
You know, these Padres definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as you would like, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. High fly ball out towards left center. And makes the grab. 2 away. Jason Hayward, the next to hit.
22, Jason Hayward.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Martinez hauls it in to end the inning. Back here at Petco Park. And now Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez.
Fought off foul. Martinez goes 5 feet 11 inches, 200 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Merrill makes the grab, 1 down. So digging in, Will Brennan. Line drive, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. And up next for Cleveland, Bo Naylor. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And that extends the inning. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Naylor off of first with 2 away. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out. Guardians lead 1, but they lead it 1-0. Back here in San Diego, we head to the bottom of the 5th. So here's the Padres DH, Tirso Ornelas.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Quan sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And a quick out, number 1. And now it's Elias Diaz. 0 for 1 so far. Swings through that one. 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
1 down, base is empty. Now this is in the air down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that gives Fernando Tatis Jr. a chance to hit with 2 out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Swing and a foul out of play. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. And
there's a ball. tying run
2 strikes.
is at first. Last half of inning number 5. That one 95 to finish him off. Padres. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Stephen Kwan. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Outside with a breaking ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. This one lifted in the air, left field. Hayward hauls it in, and there's one away. Now it's the Guardians' DH, Kyle Manzardo. And that drops in for a strike.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
And that one popped in the air, left field. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. 3 up, 3 down that time. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Bybee back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. And there's one down.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that till his next at bat.
And that one is lifted in the air. Thomas snags it for the second out. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. That one drifts inside. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That one missed.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work. Back here at Petco Park. Now, Carlos Santana. That one fouled off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And he'll be safe at first.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
0-1 down. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Santana at second. Thomas on at first with nobody out. Going to count 1 and 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
On to Bogarts, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
for me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So up next, Will Brennan. And a changeup clips the zone for a strike.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's
finds its way through, base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second.
Back-to-back singles. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Next offering misses down and away. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Adam out front for the strikeout.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Hunter Gaddis.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Movement in the bullpen. Cade Smith appears to be getting loose.
A
breaking ball misses outside. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Next for the Padres, Jason Hayward. 0 for 2 in this one.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. That one's got to feel good. It's 2-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
And now it's Tirso Ornelas. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Next offering in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout. Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And a foul ball.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that holds the go-ahead run at second base.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at-bat.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Tim Herron.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
The rise. Swings through it for strike 1. And a big swing and a miss.
Just a really nice
No ball,
slider
2
down
strikes.
and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Martinez to first, and they got him. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing, and a ball popped up. Rocchio brings it in, and that is the inning. Back here in San Diego, here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And that one a little below the knees, and it's 1-0.
Yep, that ball went out.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Line drive, come on!
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And a base hit right there. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Wastes no time there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. The 2 strikes may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
1 away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. A little bit low, and it's 1-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And that's where the swing, it's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Santana in the box now, takes strike 1. That's ripped into the outfield. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Guardians. And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th. So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And that is out of play. Tapped softly on the ground. Martinez. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Here comes Manny Machado. And Manny gets a piece. And fouled off.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
The batter, number 9.
Stepping in for
Second
San Diego,
baseman,
Jake Cronenworth. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Swings through that one for strike 1.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. On the move, racing back. Bangs off the wall. Cut off, throw to second. Now here's an easy out with a pair of runners stranded together. Things getting a little messy on the bases. And will Jason Adam into the game.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Pitches in there. And 1-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Liner saved it first.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Martinez in the box now. Takes strike 1. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Squirts away a little bit. In there safely. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
And a swing and a miss. And 2 away now.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Ground ball, left side. Machado throws to first in time. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 6, 7, 8. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Now, Cade Smith.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Bogarts at the plate now, and that's inside. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Action in the pen down there. Emmanuel Clase getting loose out there. Sewald also throwing. Swings through that.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same
the high heat, too much on that one.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Fouled off. He was late. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Fouled off left side. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Lifted in the air, right field. Makes the catch, inning over. Back here at Petco Park. On to extra innings. So in now for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. A little bit low. That's out to center field. Merrill hauls it in, and there's one away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. Now this one gets through. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He scores and they have the lead. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Daniel Schneemann, the next to hit, takes ball one. One out and a runner at second. Hard hit right side. Throws to first in time. Now it's Jose Ramirez. That one way outside. Ball one. Hit on the ground to short. Bogarts handles the chance. In plenty of time to first. And Ramirez is set down. They limit the damage here. But a run will score in the inning. We're back. And on the... Looks like we've got a substitution at second. And pinch running for the Padres, Luis Campusano. Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. 1 for 3. Swings and misses. And that is strike one.
In today's game, outs are valuable. So guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Line drive. That's a base hit. And now the winning run is on base. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite him?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical, and you want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Luis Ariz stands in. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Runner from third in to score. And again, we are tied. He's in there.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Outfield moves in, looking to cut down the winning run at the plate. First pitch just misses. Inside, just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And that one fouled off. Here's the 2-2. On the ground to third. Ramirez whips it across, and they take care of Tatis for the out. Jackson Merrill steps to the plate in a clutch situation. Golden opportunity right here.
Merrill.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99.
0-1.
0-1. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
That one
ball,
not close.
2 strikes.
And that is ball 1. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out.
So with second and third occupied, they go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force. Paul Sewall taking over on the mound.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Hit hard on the ground to short. They get the force. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians, and that drops in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here's Lane Thomas now. Swing and a foul out of play. Up the middle, Bogarts fields it cleanly. On the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the second baseman, Angel Martinez. That's in for a strike. 2 down, go-ahead run in scoring position. On the ground to first. Throw is wide. He's off the bag. Run scores, and this inning continues. 2 outs. Runner on first. Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan. And the 1-0. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. All set for the bottom of the 11th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xander Bogaerts. Ball one there.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Popped in the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Hayward up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. And there's a ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away. You get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
So the tying run at second. And that one fouled off. Fights it off. He'll see another. This ball's chopped on the ground. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
And next is the designated hitter, Luis Campusano. Came into the game as a pinch runner. This is his first trip to the plate in this one.
1-0.
Now a pitch out to defend against the squeeze, but nothing going on.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And the sweeper misses. A one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Out to short, and it's through for a hit. Cronenworth comes around and scores. And it's an RBI single, and they've tied it again.
Well done, drives in the run. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. Out front and foul to the left side. On the ground to short, could be two. Feeds to second, out there. Double play, and we have more free baseball. So they turn to their closer, Robert Suarez.
Number 75.
That one's in there. Strike one.
Suarez.
Dives and keeps it on the infield. Throw to first. Low throw, and he can't take it out. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
Line and a base hit into right. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings. First and second, no outs. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Chopped to the right side. Diaz gets it to first. And one away.
That was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move two runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a few runs here in extras. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Not even close there. And that's ball two. And it stays fair. One run is in. Now two runs score, and they take a three-run lead.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Schneemann, the runner at second with one away. Strikes him out with 100.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and two strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. This one in the dirt. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
Man on second, two down. Got it. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. 3 runs. Back here in extras. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Swing and a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite them?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical. You want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Fernando Tatis Jr. the next up for the Padres. This to third, down the line, and it's foul. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And that is cut on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
On a line out towards center. And no one can get there. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single. It's 7-5 now.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. To first, might be 2. Santana tossed to second. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
That was a much-needed double play right there. Gives them a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
So they're down to their final out. Next up is the cleanup spot for the Padres. Man, that's to third, and it's just foul. That was close. The tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Sabrowski is just 1 strike away. Up and in, 1-2 the count. Out to short. Dives, but it's off his glove. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Really protected with 2 strikes.
So a young arm coming on now out of the pen,
63.
Andrew Walters. Jake Cronenworth now at the plate. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That one missed. And there's the ball. Xander Bogaerts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. You make the team earn their way on.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Bogaerts swings through it for strike 1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
2 outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first, and that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it.
Well, when you go on a road trip, you're looking to play 500 or better, and the only way you do that is when you scratch and claw and you grind out. And they did that in this one. 12-inning win on the road. Very impressive. Players are going to come into the clubhouse for the next game. They're going to be pretty encouraged about how they pulled for